my fucking roadies. We got some big news. It's beautiful.
Anybody's dream could fall apart. Anybody's mask could break. Couldn't tell you how I wanted you, enough to make you want to stay. I never said the words out loud, yes I couldn't get them straight. Baby, give me one more chance before you walk away. It's only my heart talking. Yeah, it's only my heart talking. Saying things I never thought I'd say. Can't you hear me knocking? Tried to fool you but it wouldn't pay. Cause my heart was talking. It's talking. Oh baby, it's talking. Talking to you. Anytime I take it to the edge, anytime I'm so afraid, don't you know I cry my eyes out, babe, every time you look away. Oh, I almost dropped a tear, but I caught it just in time. I say those things you wanna hear. If you help me try. It's only my heart talking. Yeah, it's only my heart talking. Saying things I never thought I'd say. Can't you hear me knocking? Try to fool you but it wouldn't play. Cause my heart was talking. It's talking. Oh baby, it's talking.
Computer off. My fucking roadies. We got some big things. Girl, you're pretty, but you're in my fucking city. So the big Biden executive order came out tonight, and I hit up Jungle, and I'm like, is this fucking it? I mean, I guess he's been saying this is what it was going to be, just a call to regulations, a call, like, just to the fucking space. And, I had an opinion on that. I was just hoping for more, something to move the market. Bring it down so I can buy the fucking clown, or take me to the fucking moon. That's what I wanted. Take me to the promised land. The thing about it, what happened though, is he kind of put some things into perspective. He's like, that's it, Billy, but think about where we came from, where we've been in 17 and 18. This is a fucking huge adoption move. And I have to agree, you guys, just remember, this was a Ponzi scheme. It was rat poison. It was getting banned. Jamie Dimons, who were fucking buying this shit, saying it's shit, and I'll fire anybody that fucking buys it that works for me. This is what we were here. The Forex market created to rip the price down for positioning. This was the bubble, okay? Bubbles are always created so large money whales, they FUD it up. They FUD it down, crash it because retail got in a little earlier than them. And then they position themselves and they take it to the fucking moon. Yeah, I guess we could have a big correction at some point, but we're not there yet. I think we got 150, 200K. 400K is in play in the coming, maybe a couple years. But in the near future, the near term, and yeah, maybe it'll correct 50% from there, but we're still ahead of where we're at. You see what I'm saying? That is not a fucking bubble, though. That's a correction. Any fucking growth stock or fucking something moving too quick, it has to get reeled in. You got to reel it in a little. We're all fucking rich. You wanted to be rich, now you're rich. So where I'm going with this is the executive order. You cannot look at it as anything except confirmation of adoption that this is here and it's here to stay. We know it, guys, but it's not about us. Remember this. And I want to talk about what's special about XRP too. It's just a perspective that you may have thought about, but I'm gonna sink it in. Trust me, you guys. I'm gonna land this fucking plane. Okay, I'll drive this fucking tank right to the airport. Fucking, let's take off. This is the thing. Here's the thing, guys. The executive order was pretty much talking a lot about, digital dollar, how we want to keep the U.S. dollar as the standard world currency, all that. So if we knew that was coming, and then they wanted to look at, payment systems, and how they could be improved from this technology. And Biden called for, all the agencies, the SEC, the Fed, everybody. I'm sure the commodity exchange, everybody was in there, everyone, to regulate this and to get everything together because it's here. So when someone tells you, oh, it's a joke, it's going to zero, it is. If you own fucking Dogecoin, no, who knows what could happen with that. In a lot of ways, it's, very decentralized. It's independent like Bitcoin, right? But I'm just saying, if you know what you own, I'm in some safe stuff, I'm in some shit that I want to get out of. But if you've got real world utility, you're solid, you're gold, you're the fucking standard. So ultimately, to all these naysayers, they just got crushed. And why is this important? There's two very important factors. The stock market and not the stock market, the investors, the whales, the institutions, they don't like uncertainty. And you could argue there's some uncertainty here. Well, I would say you're right with the shit coins. But the big players, the fucking Michael Jordans of this space, coins, they are here to stay, and they're going to invest in them because they just got a free pass to buy because they're not going to get this shocking news from Biden that's going to tank their portfolio. They know now they've got some months, they've got some time. So there's a certain degree of uncertainty of an executive order that's gone. We know what Biden said. It's look it up, guys. But it was nothing bad in there. People are going to say, oh, regulations are going to suck. Regulations are what takes us to the fucking moon because here's the thing. Just like the regulative clarity for XRP, when we get clarity, the masses can come in. There's thousands of hedge funds right now that won't touch crypto because there's no regulations. And this is the thing, okay, guys? You have all these fucking maxis that they talk about fucking XRP and they talk down on it. But what they don't understand is we don't need them. We don't need, the retail investor is not what I need. I need the fucking whales that don't want to see us fucking swim, fucking dumping bags and bags of money into this. And that's what we'll get from this. And more importantly, the retail with XRP specifically, when utility happens, it's not going to be the whales. It's not going to be the retail either. Yeah, I want the whales, but we don't need them either. The utility in itself, which will funnel to the whales, holding and retire, all that stuff. But the utility of the XRP token itself will give us these fucking gains that can't be stopped. So effectively, we don't matter. Just like they said, we're a shallow market. We're just noise. When the utility is implemented, which I'm not so certain it's not, in certain parts of the world, because it is, but you need the U.S., and that's what we got. So point is we got a token that's going to thrive from its use case. Not everyone has that, not every coin. Make sure you have a real use case, and it's a solid project if you're going to own it. And that's all I wanted to say. I wanted to comment on this. But this is big news. I have a feeling my father-in-law might look at this a little differently. 94% of people aren't invested in crypto because they're uncertain. They just got a little more certainty here. Once again, that's when we're at the infant state. This isn't fucking Amazon selling books out of the back of a car, guys, where you've invested $2,000 and made $10 million. This is like Jeff Bezos thinking, I could have a book company. It's that early. It's just past the thought. So it's at conception right now. Love, my dreamers. That's all I had to say. Hope you're doing well. I wish wealth and health to your families, Please like and subscribe. Help me get to 1,000. Appreciate it. Computer, play Highway 20 Ride.
Here's Highway 20 Ride by Zac Brown Band on Amazon Music.
I ride east every other Friday, and if I had it my way, a day would not be wasted on this drive. I want so bad to hold you, some of these things I haven't told you. Your mom and me couldn't get along, and I drive and I think about my life and wonder why that I slowly die inside. Every time I turn that truck around, right at the Georgia line, I count the days and the miles back home to you on that Highway 20 ride. Oh, one more thing. Didn't it come you realize, if you could see through my eyes, there was no other way to work it out. A part of you might hate me, but some please don't mistake me for a man that didn't care at all. So I drive and I think about my life and wonder why that I slowly die inside. Every time I turn that truck around, right at the Georgia line, I count the days and the miles back home to you on that Highway 20 ride. Computer off.
So, please like and subscribe. But seriously, you know, in my last video, I talked about how wouldn't it be interesting if this war and the SEC lawsuit and our Spark token all came? Because I do believe the Spark is waiting. Why? It's just a feeling for the clarity on XRP. And I've been saying this since the beginning, before all the delays. But wouldn't it be funny if all that stuff came to a head at the same time and maybe the ETH case got a little more serious? You know, I don't think ETH is going anywhere, but I think I'd like to see it take a ding. So we need more than what we have for that to happen, because a lot of our money transferred into ETH. We used to be neck and neck, you know, so I'd like to see some of the fucking transfer back. But then, once again, I was talking to Jay the last night, and, you know, about how this year is going to be awesome. He's like, it's going to be fucking phenomenal. He's like, you know, he was saying some things like that could happen. And, you know, I don't want to say too much, but, you know, it's true. We could have, you know, an ETF. We could have regulative clarity, which we've talked about. But we could also have, you know, a war end. And, you know, those things are huge. Even I know I've spoken about the war and all that stuff, but these are all huge catalysts. And the Fed isn't going to do what they said with the interest rates. And those interest rates they were projecting were already built in the market, which means the market's undervalued, guys. Any one of these things will make our market go up. And now that we don't have to worry about Biden saying something really scary about crypto, I feel it's a one-way market, baby. And that's fucking moon.